as desperate, not desperate, probably the wrong word, as it was for the Tottenham Hotspur fans who I was covering. But look, it's not great news for United.
No.
There's no positive spin on this at all, really. And it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to cope with it. Not only the players that are going to come in, but also the players that are going to depart, how much money they can spend, how much money they can recoup. One thing we will always say, though, this is still Manchester United. They will still have that pull. They will still be able to attract players. And case in point is Matheus Cunha. We still believe that he will be joining United. That news was coming out even before this Europa League final. So he wants to join, apparently, Manchester United, regardless of whether they've got European football or not.
It'd be interesting to see if someone tries to pinch him. I don't know. We've seen that happen lots
Yeah.
of times.
Yeah.
Where somebody comes in with a more attractive proposal that might involve Champions League football, that he could be the first of a number of players that they might lose because they're not playing in.
All right, yo, it's your boy. Welcome again. First of all, big up to Sky Sportsman for letting me use this clip. So it's just for educational purpose. All right, then. Now, my input. Man, it's a roller coaster season for Manchester United, where everybody knows this already, and the owners already stressed that this is going to be an open surgery. Even the manager stressed this out. So it's looking good for Manchester United. Yes, everyone is complaining about the cost and everything like that. Do you understand? But I see a bigger picture. That's what I can see. You feel me? Like they've cut so many things. They've cut Alex Ferguson from being an ambassador of this club. Like that's some cash flow. They've cut tickets. You know, understand? From even some fans, ex-players. They couldn't even get their hands on some tickets, like Paul Scholes, and even also redundant to some staffs. Like there's all these things are positive. I understand it's negative for the other people that's involved, and there's the other guys. You understand people that's losing their jobs and all that kind of stuff. But is in the long run, it's a good thing. We just have to wait for the results. You see what I'm trying to say? In like a couple of seasons time, we'll see what's going to happen. You feel me? So now going back to the players, what you guys are mentioning, like, oh, who's gonna come to Manchester United and all that? Well, I think you guys are spot on. It's a big, big problem for Manchester United. We're already established. A lot of people already established. There's a couple of players that's going to leave this club, which is right. I'm gonna mention some names right now, and I'm gonna pull up some pictures. People like Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, Grenacho is saying he's leaving. Onana, you know, Cashmero, you know, top player Mano might even leave because he ain't signed no new contract yet. You understand what I'm trying to say? And for him to put a new to ask for a new contract, I'm sure he's gonna be demanding for some cash. You understand? And this is what Manchester can't afford to give him. You feel me? And these guys, they want to play Champions League football. They want to play European football. So I think it's only right for Manchester United to look deep down in this squad and actually let some people go, like some big names, and let them go and recruit players from lower teams. Like you guys already mentioned, Cunha from Wolves. That's fantastic. This is what it's come to for Manchester United, and they just have to go for the players that's fighting, that's coming from relegation or in that relegation battle, because not all those guys in those teams are very bad. They're top players from there. Okay, I'll show you an example. Look at Rafinha for an example. He was in a Leeds team and he's gone to Barcelona. Do you see what I'm trying to say? And he's become a top player. So there's still some few players in all these little clubs that Manchester United can pick up. You already mentioned it. Cunha is one of them. The guy from Ipswich, is he Liam? Yeah, he's been mentioned as well. There's so many players. Just look around them. You just have to look beyond that, below top 10. You feel me? And just pick players from there. This is what Manchester United has come to. So it is what it is. They just have to pick players from all these small clubs, man. They will always attract players. That's definitely, that's for sure. It's called theaters of dreams, but it's just that Champions League football. We just have to come to reality. It is what it is. So I'm begging Manchester United fans, my friends, and all that kind of people. You just have to face reality and see that this is what's going on, guys. So it is what it is, man. We just have to wait and wait for the results. Chop, chop, chop.